Well, hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our first part of our Let's Play March of the Eagles, developed by Paradox Interactive. This is a brand new strategy game that was just released today, so by the time I've uploaded this video, this will be released. And I am extremely excited for this game. March of the Eagles is a Napoleonic Wars era game that Paradox just released, and it is very, very military focused, and as soon as I saw Napoleonic Wars, extremely military focused, I went, bang, that's my game. I'm extremely excited to be sharing this campaign with you guys. Now, we are going to be playing as one of the countries that took part in the Napoleonic Wars in 1805 to 1820. Now before we start this campaign, I do want to get a few things straight, since I'm sure that as this goes on, I will be learning more. But since this game was just released today, I am not a pro at this game. Though I've played other Paradox games such as Crusader Kings 2, Europa Universalis 3, Victoria 2, the list goes on, I have not played this game extensively, especially since it just came out today. Now I will be learning this game as I go through, and I'm going to be perfectly fine with falling on my ass a couple times now and again and kind of picking up the pieces. And if I lose the campaign overall, then that's fine. I'll just play it again. No worries. So, without further ado, let's get into this game. I'm going to be playing as Spain for this campaign. I was kind of tied between Great Britain and Spain, but in the end, I want to pick Spain because they do have a very nice amount of military, economy, and diplomacy rating already. Their difficulty is at about 50%, and in comparison to Great Britain, which is actually already at war with a lot of the countries in France's coalition, I really don't want to start out at war. I want to have a little bit of an easier start where I can kind of draw myself into this conflict the way I want to. And we're also part of the coalition, which is basically a faction which is united for Napoleon. There are multiple coalitions, but in our coalition it is Napoleon's faction, so we're in a coalition with France, the Netherlands, Italy, Switzerland, all of France's satellite states, and other countries that are allied with it. Alright, so let's start out. We're going to be playing on normal difficulty, and AI aggressiveness is going to be on normal, because, let's be frank, easy is for pussies, to put it bluntly. So, let's play as Spain. Alright, so welcome to the March of the Eagles. You assume command of a country during the Napoleonic Wars. Your goal is to gain land or naval dominance and defeat other countries through war or diplomacy. Unless you lose all your provinces or someone conquers the world, the game will end in 1820. This game is a sandbox experience, and history may not play out the same way as it did in history. Yes, the same way as it did in history. It's a positive... Okay, we already know this. Alright, so we're going to keep on advanced hints and this other stuff for the time being. Or actually, we'll close hints. I don't really mind that. We'll just get rid of those for the time being. Okay. I'll just close them in the main chat later. Anyway, because they may be helpful to me as we go on with this game, because, like I said, I haven't played it extensively, and I could still learn a lot from these hints and things like that. Alright, now our first thing we want to look at is our victory conditions. So, like I said, how this game is played out is that by 1820 you want to try to acquire as much land or naval dominance as possible. These little screen on the toolbar right here expresses who has the current land and naval dominance. So right now Great Britain is the current dominant power in the seas, which makes perfect sense, and France is the current dominant power on land, which again makes perfect sense. So let's take a look at victory conditions. Okay, so let's see. So right now, a couple of our victory conditions. Let's see. So this is Napoli is a land dominance objective for us. So these are all of our land dominance objectives, which by gaining these cities, or gaining these these cities and provinces, will actually further our own land dominance objectives for us. So let's see. Right now, Almeida is in control of Portugal. Elvas is in control of Portugal. I'm probably going to butcher a few of these names. Okay. So mainly the territories that we can go in that are within our reach are Almeida and Elvas, so we probably will be attacking Portugal first, and then also in Algeria, and I don't think we see any in Morocco. Let's see, do we have any in Morocco? Oh, we do, okay. So basically, it looks like the majority of the people we're going to be conquering in this campaign are Portugal, Morocco, and Algeria, because we want to try to claim as many of the dominance objectives as possible. Alright, and let's see, we've got 300 prestige starting off. Let's see. Prestige is gained by winning battles. You lose prestige by losing battles and wars through events and diplomatic actions. Okay. And if no one has achieved 100% instant... if no one has achieved instant victory, then the most prestigious country will win. Alright. Let's see, so we currently have 202 ducats, and we're gaining about 28 monthly. It's not too bad. Manpower is 46,000. Diplomats, war exhaustion, okay. Alright, let's see our country overview. So our current king is Carlos the... oh, okay. Oh, okay. King Carlos Bourbon the 4th. He's currently got diplomatic skill 5, which is giving us a bonus to reinforcement speed, peace cost, blockade efficiency, and military skill 4. Okay, and we are back, guys. Sorry, I had to take a quick pause there. So we were looking at the overview screen. So like we said, we have no land or no naval dominance right now because we don't control any provinces that actually give me land or naval dominance, which is unfortunate. But we'll change that very soon. Our king, Carlos IV Bourbon. Yes, Bourbon. He has 5 diplomatic skill, which is going to give us some nice blockading bonus, peace cost. And his military skill is giving us some good morale bonuses, war exhaustion, and some starting experience, so it's going to make our armies better. Alright, so now we've looked at our overview and victory conditions, let's take a look at our budget. Okay, so right now we're getting all of our money from province tax, so 86, and then our military maintenance is taking up everything right now. So as long as we're producing a positive amount of money, I don't really care what we're producing for the time being. That's fine. Let's see, military. Alright, so this is our screen where we can recruit troops if we want to do it on a global scale. Ideas, we currently have 100... okay, we're getting 15 idea points each month, and we currently have 165. Now, you gain ideas, so ideas are basically the technology of this game, which is pretty cool. So instead of doing it on a monthly basis, every single month you gain 15 idea points, and then after you get a certain amount of idea points, you can invest them to instantly get an idea in any of these different trees we've got. We've got production ideas, fire, supply attrition, naval movement, land movement, things like that. Probably the first thing that I will be getting is definitely going to be in our economic ideas, or actually, interest, no, we're not going to be taking loans. Probably get fire ideas since that'll increase our infantry attack by 20%, that's going to be a nice bonus. But anyway. And then diplomacy, we've got no enemies. Let's see, France, we are currently in our coalition, but are we allied? I guess the coalition means that we're allied. Let's see. What's our relations with them right now? Let's see. Increase your relations with another country by +5 a month. Reduction of 10 prestige. How much prestige do we have? 300? Okay. Alright, I think what we should do first though is we should organize our armies. So our first target is going to be Portugal, because Portugal does have a nice amount of territories that I can claim for my own land dominance. So let's see, so land provinces, we want to go organize these by owner, and then we'll scroll down to Portugal. Okay. And then we've got Elvas and Almeida. I'm butchering these names, but alright. Which we should go take. Okay. So that'd be nice if we can get those. So maybe if we can take Elvas and Almeida out of the game. So basically, you've got all these cities listed, and if we can take these 2 cities, so each city is kind of like in Victoria 2, so each city is almost like a state, almost. So if I take Elvas, well, I think how it works is that we'll actually get Evora as well, which is pretty good. And then also, if we take Almeida, we should get these surrounding territories. Okay. Alright, so let's get our armies organized first. So let's go with our biggest one for the initial part of this. Okay, so we got 21,000 men here, led by General Jose Palafox. And he has 3 maneuver, 4 offense. Okay, that's fine. Let's take a look. Let's go detailed view. Okay, so these guys, okay, so Spanish Brigade, infantry. We've got a militia brigade in here, I don't like that. Let's see, cannons. Okay, let's drop out one of these units. I want to get more cannons than just what we have. Center flank. Let's send you back to the reserve. And then let's give you to the left flank. Alright. And then I think that should be good. Alright, so let's move that army towards the coastline. Let's move it down here. Okay, and then we've got this army, which is comprised of just a militia unit. So I don't want to be using militia against the Portuguese, obviously. So we're going to be trying not to use them as much as possible. Our militia are going to be more of a holding force, if anything. Okay, so we'll take this unit then, and let's divide this army up. Create new units. And okay, get those guys. Okay, where's my infantry? Here we go. Alright, and then let's have them combine with our forces over here, or maybe, okay. And let's see, how much militia does this unit have? Okay, cavalry brigade, horses, 4 infantry. Oh, this is a pretty nice army, actually. Okay, but this army doesn't have, it's missing 3 of its leaders, so let's assign it a few leaders. Okay, so let's sort this by overall experience. We want the most experienced of our officers leading in the front. Let's actually put Charles de Moores as the leader of this army, because he has more maneuver than the current general. Okay, and then we'll put these two. Let's see, Don Juan, and then this guy's got Don Francisco. That should be good. Okay, alright, so this will be our generals of this army. We'll move them towards Zamora, and then this army that's currently moving out, let's have, oh, wrong army. Yeah, we'll move them on Zamora and we'll unite them there. And then let's get a few of our troops on our border with France, just because I want to make sure that France kind of keeps in check with us. I like how we have the mountains up here. It's a nice dynamic map. I love the Clausewitz engine, it's so nice. And then this army, we'll keep them there. Actually, you know what? Let's keep our current troops by our cities, because the cities have more supply than the overall provinces do. Okay, and I doubt the Portuguese are going to have a lot of troops regardless, so we should be okay. And then the British are down here, so we need to keep an eye on them. Let's move this army out to Ronda. Okay, so this army will transfer over towards Badajoz, and we'll get them set up over there. So that'll be our kind of our southern army to attack Portugal. And then this army is moving towards Ciudad Rodrigo. This army is moving towards, we'll put this up to Vigo. So we'll come from the north. We're going to try to take these guys out in one fell swoop. And then, okay, let's try to get all of our generals assigned. So this army is not going to be used for the time being, so I'm not going to be assigning that general. Let's see, unemployed generals. Is there any negative? Unemployed generals? Armies fight better if they have someone to lead them. Okay, so it doesn't look like there's actually a negative if I don't have someone leading an army. Okay. We've got one navy over here, about 4, okay, second rate, first rate ships in the line, and a frigate. That's not too bad of a navy, I guess. This navy will combine up here. And they have troop transports, 1 first rate, 1 second rate, and a frigate. Okay. So basically we have 3 very, very small navies. So we're definitely not going to be going as a naval power anytime soon. The British 11,000 troops here in Gibraltar make me kind of nervous, but that's why we're going to move these troops down south to kind of keep them at bay if they ever attack. I think about 12,000 men should be plenty to kind of keep them in check. And I think besides that we're good. So that's going to be kind of our initial setup phase, guys. So in the next part, we're going to be really continuing and really we're going to be really starting off with this Let's Play. So hope you guys are excited as me, and I will see you guys next time.